Good morning, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live, coming to you live from Bolivar Peninsula, where Hurricane Beryl has definitely started punishing this upper Texas coast area. Right now, we're between Crystal Beach. There's a pole that's broke. We're between Crystal Beach and Rollover Pass, heading down towards Rollover Pass. Hopefully, the internet will stay intact. We've got probably 55-mile-an-hour winds, easily sustained, and I've already driven this once, and the Gulf is breaking through Rollover Pass. In fact, when I was there earlier, I watched the dunes wash away, the small dunes that were there at Rollover Pass, and we've got some areas here where there's already water starting to fill in from the Gulf onto the beachfront properties here. Not all of them, but a few of them. And so we're going to try and make it down to Rollover Pass so that you can see exactly what it's like down here. As Beryl made landfall early this morning at 80-mile-an-hour winds. And so the ferry did shut down around midnight, and we did a show earlier from there. We also had webcams and actually watched the tide come up as we were doing the show. And before, I was watching the tide, and it was surprisingly how fast it really came up. Once the winds picked up, about the time it made landfall is when I saw the tides really start pushing in front of the Sunrise Beach cam and start washing a little sand away there. Now we're passing, for those that know Bolivar, we're passing Bora Bora right now. And like I said, I hope the internet holds. We're on our truck internet, and the wind has definitely picked up over the last couple hours now. I'd be surprised if we didn't have, 40, 50 mile an hour sustained winds with gusts higher. Now, right here where we're coming up is where we're starting to see a backfill of the ditches from the Gulf. In fact, we're passing a home right here that has a garage on the ground, and I believe that's where all this is coming from. I can see water all the way to the dunes, and so I'm sure that's where it's washing through. We're going to come up here to Rollover Pass so that you can see. Once you get past the Rollover Pass bridge, it pretty well looks like there's water over the road, and I can tell you there is no way in heck that I would try and go down 87 now past Rollover Pass bridge. And so for those here on Bolivar, we're stuck here, and we knew it was coming, or I knew it was coming. I think everyone did. Power was out in Crystal Beach, but now it looks like it's actually out here too, on the east end of Bolivar Peninsula. I'm sure from this wind, it's just wreaked havoc on the power poles. I've seen several poles that were snapped, and there you can see the water in the ditch up to the line there on Highway 87, and we're almost down to Rollover Pass. I hope everything holds so that you can see what it looks like down here. I was at the office earlier when the power started going on and off, and then I moved down, left the office, and went down to the big store parking lot, and was there when the wind really picked up. And so we told you we were going to give you live coverage of Beryl, and I waited until the sun came up before I ventured down here, or it got a little lighter, so that I could see around, see if there were any lines down or poles down. And so we came down here and checked it before we went live, and then went back because I wanted to show you a little bit. There's some insulation from somewhere by that house there, pink insulation. So I hope a roof hasn't come off. But here we're coming up to Rollover Pass, and I'm passing Yacht Basin Road now. And from what I've heard from a buddy of mine, the bay side hasn't come up as much as the Gulf side has. And so when that happens a lot, especially when we have a front or winds pushing water, and there you can see the wind pushing the water across Highway 87. And we're coming up to Rollover Pass here. You can see the grass line on the road, and I'm going to pull in at an angle so that you can see the water washing across highway or Rollover Pass. In fact, when I was here earlier, I watched the dunes, some of the dunes disappear here at Rollover. And there, this is, let me turn a little bit and then I'll give you a bay view too. This is Rollover Pass, and there in the distance you can see the dunes are gone, the water's washing through Rollover Pass. I don't know whose truck that is. It was left there. I saw it earlier yesterday, but definitely washing through from the beachfront to the bay side. And so you can see, I don't know if it'll wash it out or what'll happen, but between the waves and the water, the driven rain and tide, it's definitely making its way to, there's a delay, and I'm watching me driving down, so there's a little delay. Definitely a wash through. I'm watching some pelicans trying to get up because it's going back under the bridge, and they're trying to stay out from under the bridge. They're wearing their self out's what they're doing. They're flying like heck and can't get too far. You can see them over there on the left side of the view. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to back up a little bit and let you see exactly what it looks like on the bay side, the bay side of the pass, because it's definitely filling in there too. I'm trying to watch the feed, my backup camera. And I'm not even going to go past the Rollover Pass bridge, because when I went up on it earlier, I could see water over the road already. And so there you can see, I'm going to pull down here for just a little bit. There we're facing East Galveston Bay. This is the bay side of Rollover Pass. You could see it on the camera earlier, but with the power out, the cameras have gone down. And so I just wanted to give you a shot, let you know exactly what's happening here on Bolivar Peninsula. Probably 50-mile-an-hour winds with gusts higher. The rain hasn't stopped, and we've got the wind, the rain, and the tide has started to come up now on the bay side. And so I'm gonna back up and start heading back towards Crystal Beach and let you see exactly what it looks like again as we head from Rollover Pass heading west back towards Crystal Beach. And so as soon as we can get down, as soon as this passes, we'll make our way to the other side of Rollover Pass. I want the wind to die down. I want the tide to slow down, and we'll be able to give you more coverage there on the effects that Beryl has had on Highway 87. That's our major artery to get off Bolivar, and it's impassable right now. They did do some work, and I've been in contact with TxDOT. They have equipment in High Island to clean the road as soon as it's safe for TxDOT employees to get down here. And I have a feeling that's gonna be a, late morning, early afternoon at the earliest. Beryl's gonna have to make its way, and we're probably gonna have wind well after lunch today, I would think. Hope not, but I would think. There you can see we're in an area now where there's not much water in the ditches, but when you go a little further, you can see, like I talked about earlier, where the water was washing through from the beach side across property and filling the ditches. And if it keeps going, we could actually get some water over Highway 87 a little bit there between Crystal Beach and Rollover Pass Bridge. There you can see the ditches are full. This is the area. In fact, they're building a house there, and you can see now the water is all the way through, washing through to the beach. Just since we've come through here earlier, now a lot of this is starting to have the surf run over the property and into the ditches here on 87. And so hopefully that wind will die down pretty soon with the storm inland, and we won't have the because this is a lot of wind-driven water here. Here we're passing the breakers, and you can see the ditches have filled up, and they've got one little dry spot there turning into the breakers. I can't see the houses there, but here you can see the ditches are filled up, and water's now way up on 87. In fact, just since we've come through, the water's risen during this show, and so we're getting beachfront water through over Highway 87 right there, where the sheriff just went by me. And so we're here. Hopefully everyone's safe. Houston, you've got a lot coming. I talked to someone in Katy earlier, and they were without power now at their house. We're passing Bora Bora now, and you can see the ditches are lighter on both sides of the road. So it's mainly down in the Kaplan, Gilchrist, Rollover Pass, all the way to High Island. The road's flooded, and I would say it's impassable. I just saw a sheriff go past me there, and I can see, just got a report of a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust here on Bolivar Peninsula. Thank you, Cody, for letting me know. If we had a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust, I can tell you I was probably sitting in it, because my backside got a little tight. I think the truck went up on two wheels. Well, probably not, but anyway. So anyway, we're gonna keep you updated. We're gonna try and get into Crystal Beach and give you a report on what the dunes are like, what the roads are like in Crystal Beach. Pray for everyone. Y'all be safe. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. God bless, and bye-bye.